technology. You gotta love it.
We live now.
Hey,
say hi, everybody, one more time. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
we're
okay,
back.
We're back.
Gee, Monique.
Technical difficulties, but we're here.
That's not why we're here, but
but we are here.
It goes with the territory, unfortunately.
Okay, so you had a question that you wanted to answer. Can y'all hear us? Hey. Okay. All right, we're popping in.
All right, we're popping in.
You on your
All right,
page?
so I'm on. We live on all the pages, the groups, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right now. My comments. Let me turn it on so I can see what these people saying to me. They want to see what they saying over Dixon. So.
Yes, we can see the comments and the questions.
So we were saying no pay stubs to be filed in the tax.
Right, so that's what we were saying. So no, technically it is illegal to file the taxes off the pay stub. So you're supposed to wait for your W-2s to come in. However, you can get started. So like you can still submit all your documents. We can have everything ready. And then as soon as you get your W-2, we can update it and then get you filed. So it's still better, yes, submit everything now so that we can get you started. But it is illegal to file off of a pay stub.
I got a question.
And I'm not going to jail. Let's be very clear. I'm not going to jail for
So
no one's refund. Well, they can send me the pay stub and I'll get you started, but I'm going to say, okay, we're going to finalize it when you get your W-2 because I'm not going to jail for anyone's refund. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to jail for y'all to get a nice refund or a larger refund.
Yeah. Like, look, let me just make up a couple of Social Security numbers real quick. No,
Right.
We're not doing that.
What about claiming other people's kids?
Look, now the only thing that you do have to, like with your tax preparer, so you know your tax preparer works for you. We don't work for the IRS, we work for you. So if you come to me and you say, this is who I'm claiming, I have a copy like a social security card, a birth certificate, something. I mean, because now they are a little stricter with those systems, which is why you'll see if you do claim any children, they won't even start processing your return until February 15th. You won't get money till the end of February now because of people claiming other people's kids. So they do some extra verifications and thinking like if they hold it off a little bit that they'll get all of that funneled out, because most of the time these people are stealing people's kids. They're going to try to file the first day because if me as the
They want to do it before they cut.
right, or then the rightful parent goes to claim them and theirs will be rejected. But I mean, you can still get that right. If somebody claims your kids, you can still get your money.
Kids' social security number for about 3 months.
Yeah. So, but that's why now they do ask us that we have like what's called a due diligence where we're asking you for like a social security card, a birth certificate, something. But if you come to me and you have that and you sign here, here, and here, then I'm going to go ahead and submit it and say they answered these questions. Like, because sometimes you could, like, it could be, it could be, let's say your cousin or someone that lives with you, you've taken care of them all year,
Right.
You provide more than half their support. So there are circumstances when they're not your biological family or biological child that you could claim them. So, but, yeah, so I work for my tax preparers, not for the IRS.
Hey, I like that. I like
Hey,
that.
Melanie.
You work for me?
Yes, I work for you. As long as you paying me, then yeah.
Of course.
As long as you paying me, because now let's be very clear. If you are working with a licensed tax preparer and they're not at home like using TurboTax and putting like on that line where it says signed by the tax preparer and it comes up self-prepared, like they're using TurboTax in their basement at home or some shit and they charge you like $75, $95. No, I'm not one of those tax preparers. Like, I'm sorry, I got credentials. I'm on the IRS website. So don't come to me if you're looking to pay like $75 or nothing janky like that. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Gotcha.
So are there any increases to any deductions or like credits? Because I know even for like flexible spending, it used to be like $2,650 or $2,600. They added a little $50 this year, and I'm excited.
Well, normally they all go up a little bit, like $100 or so every year. But the big thing that happened, and I think a lot of people didn't realize that happened in 2018. So, and they maybe if your tax preparer didn't explain it to you, because a lot of times before 2018, we had the standard deduction that you got, what you get when you had a household, single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, right? So before that, we could always, W-2 workers could always write off like work expenses. Like when you hear people talking about like their dry cleaning, uniforms, mileage, all kinds of things, classes, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But when the law changed in 2018, thank you to, I guess it was Trump, everybody says, was the one who did all the tax law changes, then he is put in place where they increased your standard deduction, almost doubled it, but now you can't write off any of those things. So a lot of people who were used to getting a large refund, some things probably changed because now I can't write off any of that. So for everybody who's still always asking about your dry cleaning receipts or, you know, mileage, if you're a W-2 employee, you can't. All of that is gone. So you can't do that anymore, which is why everybody should have, like in my other class, I was talking about the 5-week master class, where we talk about other streams of income, because that's how you want to have a small business on the side, because on the small business side, you can still write off all of those things, right? So you can still write off mileage, you can write off equipment, you can write off your laptop, you can write off the microphone, you can write off all that. Every time we're meeting and you all get dinner, we're writing off all of that.
Can I write y'all off right now?
Yeah. Okay, not alcohol. We can't write off alcohol. We cannot write off alcohol, y'all.
I don't know. I've been waiting on it.
You didn't even order.
I know, but I want to get it on now.
Right. Well, and, okay, so somebody, since you were talking about flexible spending, but what the flexible spending account is, it doesn't help you at tax time. It helps you during the year.
Yeah.
Because that money is set aside tax-free. So like you said, you can set aside that the money, whether it's for health care or they have dependent care. So if you have children in daycare, they'll take that out of your money before you're paid. So they take that out of your paycheck tax-free. So it doesn't help you at tax time, but it does help you during the year. So if you know that you have that expense, you certainly want to do it because you're not paying taxes on that money.
Right.
So the goal is always to not pay taxes on the money. That's the goal of all the money.
Pre-tax deductions we can take advantage of. We should.
Yes,
Instead
of course.
Of waiting until the end of the year.
Right, of course. Of course. And just like I tell anybody, if you're a W-2 employee and they have a 401k, of course you want to be doing that. Like most companies match 6%. Like my company matches 6%. So even if I'm broke, I'm still giving them that 6% because they're going to match it 6%. And that's free money. That's that while you're sleeping type of money. So that's not even an option. If your company are like TSPs or 401ks, that's a given. Like that's not even a question. You have to do it because they're putting that money, they take that money out of your check, pre-tax dollars, but then they're gonna double it. They're gonna match your money. So if you're broke, at least do it to what they match. You can give up to 15% tax-free. Like if you make too much money and need somewhere to put your money to help with taxes, yes, you do up to 15%. But you have to at least be doing what they match because that's free money. And like my corporate career, which most people don't know, I have a full-time 50-hour-week corporate career also. Yes, but they match me 6% because I've been there so long. It's 125%. So they're putting in even more money than what I put in.
But it's something about that money, though. It's not money that you can just go put your hands on when you need it.
No, it's retirement money. However, where people make the mistake.
Hold on. Let's back up for a second, y'all. Y'all moving too fast. All right, so when I was working and I had a 9 to 5, I had the same type of flex spending account that you're referring to. But it's not a flex spending account where I can just be like, I want to go buy some shoes this week. I can go pull some money out of it. It's a flex spending account as far as medical, eyes, doctors, teeth, and all that other kind of stuff.
Yes.
At the end of the year, I can't do anything with that money if I don't.
It's use or lose.
So it's either you go to the doctor, you go. It's like your nest egg for your health. When you leave that job, you don't get that money either.
Well, really, flexible spending accounts are annually. Most of the time, they're annually. You have to use it within that year. So, like for me, because I'm a young, healthy person, and I might go to the doctor a couple times a year, I put like $250 a year to cover a couple co-pays. But you can cover prescriptions. You can cover most of the medicines when you go to CVS.
Yeah.
So even if you're not at the doctor's office, so you got to look because it does cover a lot of things. So, and that's still tax-free. So, but now if you have the other one, like you said, dependent care. Like if you know how much people pay in daycare a year, like $6,000 a year, so you can max that out though, like you said, for dependent care, and then you can still get. So yes, we need to use that, but that's different than the 401k.
Yeah, 401k. I know about them too. I had a 401k. I got one still sitting on it, but
right. So you want to hold on to that. But the other thing that people don't realize, like you're saying, okay, the 401k money is okay. Now that's money is sitting there for retirement, and some people make a mistake. Y'all, people watching, don't do this. But don't make this mistake. But a lot of times people think, okay, well now I have a hardship, I have an emergency, I'm gonna take the money out of my 401k, so then I get a large lump sum of money because I have an emergency, I'm just gonna withdraw it. And then what happens, you gotta pay the penalties for withdrawing it early before retirement. So you gotta pay penalties and fees and all of that. However, most of your plans have where you can take a loan from yourself. I was just telling a client about this yesterday, where you can take a loan from yourself because it's your money. I can get a loan out of that money, and you got to pay it back every paycheck, but it usually, like ours is an interest rate of 4%, 4.25%, but I'm paying that interest back to myself versus you going to the bank and getting a loan and paying them interest. Now I'm using my 401k money, I'm getting a loan, I'm paying the interest back, but I'm paying myself the interest. So a lot of people do not realize, they think that they got to pull the money out of their 401k. You don't pull the money out. You are going to leave the money in there, and you're going to borrow from yourself and pay yourself interest back. See, thank me for that. Make sure y'all sharing that live.
And kind of like make sure, if you think about it, because I did this a couple of times myself when I was working for someone, and I had a 401k, like you said, I maxed out my contribution. After a certain amount of time, what I did was I pulled the money from that, went and bought a car, and then I just paid myself back. And then everything was just,
Yeah, that would have been cheaper.
But then on top of me paying myself back, the amount that I'm paying myself back, I still got my contributions coming from my check.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's like you double up when you go about that.
To build it, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that they get the loan. So then they come to me at tax time and they got a 1099 that says they withdrew this money out, and now they got to pay penalties and they got to pay interest and like all these fees. And then most of the time, if you do have to take the money out for whatever reason, and you do take the money out, you have to have them withhold taxes. Like people will come to me and say, okay, I had to take, like one client this week, she had withheld $6,800 for whatever it was, but she didn't have them withhold taxes. So now you're adding that on top of your income during the year. And around here, a lot of people work for the government. So most of my clients, they're going to make like 80 to 150. I mean, this area government workers make 6 figures. So then when you add that, you're thinking, okay, it's not that much money, but that little bit of money could put you into the next tax bracket, and you're paying an additional 5% at the end of the year on this income. So just ask questions. So I think that's a good topic that we brought up, because most people don't know that you can actually get a loan from yourself.
So is that what the 403B loan is? Because I see that in my comments. What's the 403B loan?
I have no clue.
That's like a 401k plan. That's something different. I remember a 403B before.
I'm sorry, whoever made that comment, 403B, I'm gonna tell you, if I don't know something, I'm gonna tell you I don't know something. So we'll have to look it up and get back to you on that, because I don't want to tell you wrong. But I'm assuming if it's a 403, it's probably very similar.
The DC, Maryland, Virginia area she talking about where people make 6 figures. Somebody asked me what area are you referring to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the DMV, because most people or a lot of my clients do work for the government, and so they're making 80 to 150, and then even if it's just another $6,000, that can put you in that next tax bracket. So
which means more deductions are coming out, or that means you're
owing more taxes, right? So you're owing more taxes. Like that's always the goal of and that's another thing, which unfortunately, but I'm glad that y'all are having this conversation today, because so many people don't even realize like where the refund comes from, because of course everybody just calls me and says, oh Lord, can you give me all this money back? No. I would love to. And like I tell them, I'm getting a shirt made that says like, I'm not a magician, I am a tax preparer. I'm not a magician. I can't like pull shit out of my ass. Are we allowed to cuss on your show? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's a little late for that one.
It's a little late. The people on my page know that I cuss. Okay, maybe people on your page don't know that I cuss. But the thing is, so if you do not have children between that certain tax bracket where you're getting earned income credit, child tax credit, then your refund comes from the money that you had withheld. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing, but a lot of grown ass adults do not know that that's where their tax refund comes from. No, and I'm not even joking about this. I don't know where they think it comes from.
Loves us so much
that they're just going to give you this big money back. or because nobody's ever explained it to them why they've always gotten a refund. And maybe they've always gotten a refund because they have children. They're in that perfect spot for earned income credit, child tax credit. Then all of a sudden, boom, the next year you make a little bit too much money, no more earned income credit, or your children turn 1 year older, no more child tax credit. And then they're mad at me like, well, if nobody ever told you that's where your refund was coming from, then now when you're not getting that refund, you're mad at me.
What's the legal age to claim kids now? What's the highest, the oldest you can claim them nowadays? Because if you got kids in college,
but if
you
they're in
paying
college,
their tuition
yes,
up until they get to be about 23 or something like that, because they ain't made it, up out of there yet, but daddy's still paying for it.
Right.
How long can I claim them and get that as a write-off for me? Yeah.
So like last year's Tax Tip Tuesday was who you claiming? And that's a great question because yes, if they're still in college, you can claim them up until they're 24. So even if they're living away at college, their primary residence is with you, you're providing more than half their support, you can still claim them till they're 24. Okay. Other than that, they have to be under 19. So that's 18, and then after that, but a lot of times people don't know if like you said, like you got some, no offense, maybe you got a raggedy baby that they 28 years old and not doing shit and they not in school anymore, but they're still on your couch.
They're still on your couch.
Right, they still on your couch or still in the basement.
We're not talking about that one.
Right, they still on the couch or still in the basement, but they live with you all year long. You're providing their support, and they made less than $4,050. Then they're not a qualifying child anymore. They now become a qualifying dependent. So you can maybe still claim them on that side. There's qualifying relatives, which is your children, and then there's qualifying dependents. Like we said, that uncle that is still sleep on your couch, but you were and now
don't let no uncle sleep on my couch.
But no.
It's hardships.
But no, what happens is
for a couple weeks, but after a couple months, got to go.
But what happens is you're not expecting them to be there. Everybody just needs to stay for a minute.
Yeah.
They gonna come stay for a month, 2 months. Next thing you know, it's a year.
It's 4 years. Yeah.
Right. She said 4 years. I don't know about 4 years. Now 4 years, that might be a little too long. I don't know about the goddamn 4 years now.
He's just a non-paying.
Yeah, now he's your uncle sleeping on your couch and you can't have no
No,
company.
you done gave him a bedroom now. You done upgraded.
You should just gave him that from the giddy up.
Right, yeah, because we don't want him on the couch, so right, you can't.
He
worried about he can't have company if he got somebody sleeping on the couch.
I got another question for you because I have certain things going on in my life, right?
Look, that's why they have me on the show, just so that Ty could ask his personal questions. Ty, you should have just called me and we can schedule a one-on-one consultation.
Hey, this is
tax help to $21,000.
This is cheaper. This works out better. I'm giving it all right now. All right, so LLC, S Corp, and Incorporated. Taxes are different for each one, correct?
Yes.
Can you break down how is it more filing for LLC, and does it get greater filing as you go up?
He is making me work for this free show today. Look at damn, he really wants some free shit today.
Because I got an S Corp and tax time coming up. And
But
I be getting some stuff saying that you got to continuously do.
Okay, so.
For our business owners out there.
Yeah, for business owners.
So for hey Charlie. Okay, so for business owners, if you are a small business and you are just getting started, of course I want you to go register with your state and get an LLC. You're a single person. Most of the time your side businesses it's just you. Yes, you want to go get an LLC, right? And it's just you, and then you go to the IRS website and get an EIN number, and that's free. So that's easy. And the reason why I say that you want to do that when you're first starting out is because then when you go to file your taxes, now this is a single person LLC, just you, right? Just you and your business. So you want to do that because then when you go to file taxes at the end of the year, you're just going to do your business, a Schedule C, profit and loss from your business on your personal return. So it just becomes a few $100s extra on your personal return, right? Mm-hmm. When we get into, now you're talking about an S Corp and a C Corp. A C Corp or like a large corporation is normally where they're going to pay out dividends and give quarterly earnings, right? So most of us that have a small side business, we're not corporations.
Right.
Normally, we get into S corps when you're a small business. Maybe you have, like Salon Couture, for instance, is an S corp. Perfect example, because there's 4 of us in Salon Couture,
Right.
and it's more tax advantageous to us to, as an S corp, you file. The corporation itself will file a tax return just to report all the money that you made. Income minus expenses, this was your profit. And then that tax return then takes that profit and divide it between how many people are on your team. So like Salon Couture divides it by 4, issues us a K1, and now I have to claim that K1 income on my personal tax return. And I'm not paying, the difference is, I'm not paying that self-employment tax. So single person LLCs, you're gonna put it on your personal return with the Schedule C, but you're gonna have to pay that 15% self-employment tax. Self-employment taxes, your Social Security, Medicaid, all that like on your W-2 job, your paycheck that your employer, but your employer's pay, you know, is taking that out and sending it in for you. But when you're self-employed, nobody's doing that for you. You got to do it for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to pay income taxes and you're going to pay self-employment tax. But it's, right? The only kicker why I tell people when you have a small business, the S corp is good because it just flows down. The profit is divided between the people. You get a K1, and then it goes to your personal return, and you're just paying income taxes. You're not paying self-employment taxes because you're supposed to be paying yourself through the business. But when you go to file an S corp, when you go to file that tax return, those tax returns are going to range you every year anywhere from $700 to we've paid up to $1,200 just to file that tax return, and then you have to turn around and file your personal return. So that's why I always caution people, because there are tax advantages to the S corp, but if you're a small business and you're trying to make a show, especially if you're trying to do my lovely people who always want to file a business loss, because technically we can file a loss our first 3 years in business. Mm-hmm. Right, because technically your first 3 years. Right, so technically your first 3 years in business, you can legitimately claim a loss, right? Mm-hmm. First 3 out of 5 years, because you're investing in your business, so that's legit. And that's good for my W-2 employees, because then that loss brings down your taxable income, right? So that's why we want to have a business loss. So if for you having a loss, so you're going to pay over here like $1,200, or mine starts $675, you're going to pay like almost $700 for a tax return for a loss, and then come over here and still have to do your personal return. So that's why I tell people, just be careful when you transition to that S corp or the corporation. Are you really making enough money to, you know, withstand that? You know, because you got to pay that, get that prep fee every year.
So everything that I hear about that always seems to come back to just start an LLC, and then when you get to a certain tax bracket, convert it over to an S corp. But that just seems like a waste.
You went straight to S corp?
Because I planned big.
Well, we like playing it big, so you just gonna pay that big tax bill and just keep it moving.
I'm just gonna file a loss for the first 3 years.
But you gotta still pay your tax preparer to file that.
No problem.
Okay, then you good.
Slide your card, please.
Yeah, you already got it. Look right there, tax help to 21,000. We got you.
Her tag, bing.
Yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's good. But I mean, but like I said, at the salon we are, because there's 4 members, so we couldn't do the single person LLC, of course.
But with it being that way, are they board members on it, and y'all share? They got shares in the company.
Yeah, we each have 25%.
Oh, y'all broke it.
No, we're 4 equal partners at Salon Couture, which means we gotta take the good, the bad, and the ugly together.
Oh, yeah, take it on the chin.
Yeah, we take the good, the bad, and the ugly together.
That's all right. You got any questions?
Anybody? No, I don't. Not for taxes.
No problem.
Anybody else got questions?
Taxes? Oh, I didn't look through here. Oh, let me go back, because I think one young lady had a tax question, and we'll see if we wanted to talk about any money situations. What did she say? She was asking about her parents, if her parents don't live with her. So that's new.
If her parents don't live with her, how you gonna call?
Okay, so here's one. They just need tax tip as far as what my tax bracket, and just wanted to break even. So y'all know that they just came out. We were talking about this in one of my groups the other day. They did just come out with a new W-4 form, and I'm I'm gonna find the link when this is over and put it in the live so y'all can do it. So they changed the W-4 form, which you know is the form for your withholding at your W-2 jobs, like how much you should be withholding. And they came out with a new form, which is a little more complicated, or it looks complicated, but they really just want to withhold the most taxes from you so that you break even at the end of the year. But there is a link to their website where they'll like ask you a couple questions, and then you can and they'll tell you using your last pay stub if you're withholding enough taxes or not. And if you're not withholding enough taxes, you can click on a thing and it says it'll generate the form for you that you can turn into your HR department. So you need to just click on the link, answer their couple questions, and they'll do it for you to make sure you're breaking even. Sorry, that was their question.
See, I'm nervous about this break even because I remember many years ago when I was told by the accountant at the small company that I worked for, you know, stop letting Uncle Sam hold all your money interest free. Claim zero part of the year and then do your regular exemptions, the rest, you know, the other half, so you'll break even. Guess what?
You?
So yeah, I don't trust this break even stuff.
Well, anytime you adjust your thing to be withholding like 9, 10, or all, like the metro workers used to all claim 99 and not have any taxes taken out, like, but what they used to be able to do was you used to be able to write off all those W-2 employee expenses like mileage, parking, tolls, uniforms, lunches. So then it balanced, but that's gone now. So if you do not own a home or have children, it's really nothing you can write off. It's just not. They're just going to give you
depending on your
student loan interest. You can write off student loan interest, but it phases away the more money you make. So at a certain income level, it phases out, and you don't even write that off. So the break even thing is to fill out that form, because and to answer it exactly, like if you are a single person with nobody to write off, you need to just be claiming 0 or 1. Like it's no ways around it.
I'm here to tell you, if you're single, you're screwed. Go make some babies. See somebody that you
but I don't know, because I'm in the middle of paying this goddamn college tuition, so I would have just not had no babies, paid the taxes, and then fuck college tuition, because their expenses because kids are expensive their whole life. So don't be telling nobody to go ahead and damn babies just for tax time.
If you take care of them right, they're gonna take care of you. Just keep having them until you can't have no more, and then they all gonna start taking care of each other, and then you can just use all of them right off. You know what I mean?
Nobody had no babies just for taxes.
If you have a kid, every time one reached 10, by the time you reach 70. You had kids that you could just continue. Why not?
I'm just saying.
All right, we're going to switch it up a little bit more here. We're going to have some fun with the tax stuff.
Oh, but hold up. She had a question, though. She did have a question. We wanted to get back to her question about how to claim my parents, both seniors, when it's retired.
That's a good one.
Yes. So that's one of those qualifying relatives that I was saying you're allowed to claim. And parents are the one that they do not have to live with you. So you have to be supporting them, but they do not have to live with you.
Where you at? You on here?
Yeah, so you can look in. There's a few more questions with your parents, but certainly if you are helping taking care of your parents, even if they do not live with you, you may be able to claim them. So yes, look into that. If they're seniors, retired, disabled, and you're still providing their support, then you would probably be able to claim them. Okay, but if they file their taxes, then they need to file as a dependent. So that's the other thing. So let me just interject that real quick. So y'all, one thing you have to do if you know you are claiming kids or anybody that you're claiming, make sure that they know that you're claiming them, because then they have to file that, especially because y'all know what happens. Yeah, because
if they're working a little
because what happens is your babies that are 17, 18, 19, they get their little W-2, they've talked to their little friends around the way or at the job, right? And they're like, girl, you can get all this money, go file your taxes. So these babies done went and filed their taxes on their own with somebody's mama did it for them. Then you go to claim your child and file your tax return, that shit gets rejected. Yeah. And then now we can then I have to amend your child's to file them as a dependent. Yeah, an amendment. If anybody needs their tax return amendment, it's $175 a year. You can go back 3 years. So they can amend it, but we gotta amend your baby, and then, but I still have to mail yours in. So then you gotta wait for it to be processed through the mail. Like I can't just e-file it because it's rejected. Like you can't claim them. So we gotta mail both of them in, and then you can still get your money. But that's what I said, because your kids are listening to their friends and other people. So you're thinking it's funny, like why would I have to have a conversation with my kids? Tell your damn kids, look, when that thing come in the mail, give it to me. And most of the time, my clients will send that all to me together.
Time out. Devil advocate here. They got a job. They pay taxes on their hard-earned money.
They can claim.
It's not giving. It's are you claiming this year? And if that child says yes, I am, then I don't feel like no parent should be like, no, you not.
No, because if they have made.
No, I'm asking though, because I mean, it could be pros and cons to it, but that child has that option in my eyes because I went to work.
Look, but if you went to work and you living in my goddamn house and I'm paying all these goddamn bills, I am claiming you if I'm allowed to claim you. However, but look, it can work out for both. No, it can work out for both. Because, so for single people, the standard deduction is what? I think this year is going to be like $12,200. Don't quote me on that number, but it's like $12,000, right? So as soon as somebody makes $12,000, I plug it in the system. The standard deduction of $12,000 applies. It reduces it. Their tax liability is zero. Any taxes that they have had withheld on the W-2 in box 2, they get that money back, right? So if your child is made under that $12,000, you're going to claim them. They're going to file as a dependent of someone else. So they're going to file as a dependent, still get the $12,000 deduction, and it's going to give them all their money back. So I'm talking about like your kids who are working summer jobs or part-time, they're making $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, but they live at home with you, you're taking care of their little butts, then you should be able to claim them. So you're gonna get the deduction that you need and they're gonna get their money back. But that's why I said you have to have the conversation, and most of the time my clients will submit their documents with their child documents, and then I'll have a conversation with them on speakerphone because I want their children to understand taxes too and how it works. So I tell them, put your baby on the phone, like let's have a conference call so that we all know what's going on, so that your child doesn't think you're taking their damn money, but they're getting their money back. Because then again, you got to explain it to your kids too. The only money that they're going to get back is what they've held out.
That ain't gonna work in the hood. Cause
of course,
because mom and daddy ain't gonna give the money back to the kid. They gonna claim it, and then whatever they get, they gonna keep. And see, to me,
the child is gonna file their own and get back the money that they had withheld from their check.
Both of y'all
and then they gotta go, and then
the child has to file as a dependent.
Right, but they will still get their money back.
I see what you're saying.
And like we tell the children, if it is direct deposited, their name has to be on that account. So if a child is getting their money direct deposited, refunded, it has to go to their account. It can't go to the parents. So the baby will get their money back.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure the kids get their bread.
Oh no, but I have had kids call me like, Miss Laura, no, my mother is trying to take my money. Like, baby, your mother is not trying to take your money. Right, but you live in your mama's house. Like, she's paying the electric bill, the gas bill. She is paying all of that. So yes.
So we're gonna switch from taxes in 1 second, but we talked about everything for taxes except houses. So if this is your first time, this year you bought a house. Everyone said at the end of the year you're going to get all your closing back, you're going to get all this back. What's going on now? If this is your first year filing.
And you have a house. So this is your first year, right, so this is your first year and you purchased a home. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when they change all those standard deductions, you know, they change all the standard deductions to almost double. Like married people now, your standard deduction is $24,000. So all that you can write off on your taxes is your the interest on the loan and real estate taxes. And so if it's the year that you bought the house, then there were maybe some prepaid numbers in there. But most people are not.
In 2019.
Yeah, but most people, unfortunately, it's not going to be greater than that $24,000 credit the government has already given you. That deduction. $24,000 is your standard deduction, married, filing jointly. So most of the time, so I probably say 8 out of 10 of my clients last year that own a home, they still took the standard deduction and the house didn't help them. So now I tell people, look, buy the home if you want to buy the home and grow the equity. You're not purchasing a home any longer for tax purposes. We used to purchase it because it was a big deduction on your taxes. But now they've increased the standard deduction so much. Like single is $12,000. So if you're a single person and maybe you have a small condo or something like that, more than likely your interest in your real estate tax is not going to be more than that. And you cannot deduct the closing costs. It is those prepaid items. So all that money you put up, you don't deduct that. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to be the bird brand new.
I remember a few years ago you could.
But they changed. But like I said, that 2018 changed a lot of things. So if you tax help to $21,000, you'll see I have right on there.
Right,
it'll send it back to you. It'll give you. There's even a resource guide on there about all the tax law changes. So you can see, it'll send you an email back with links of how to submit your documents to me. It'll give you a free tax check, like checklist, and it'll give you resources like the tax law changes.
Okay.
So tax help to $21,000.
All right, so let's have one last fun thing about taxes, then we're gonna switch it up. You guys, we're gonna not talk about taxes after this.
Yeah, what you got?
Who the worst with taxes, men and women?
It's not a man or a woman thing. It's really not, because there have some people that are just fucked up. Like, no, it's not a man or woman.
I think
It's
men
really
are
not,
just
because I have.
they just don't know.
But some of my male clients are
And
very
women are
organized.
greedy, trying to finagle stuff, trying to be strategic. I think guys just be fucking up.
So it'd be the women.
Sorry,
It'd be the women that have to pay the most because they be greedy.
No.
I don't know. It's in that area it's kind of both. However, I do find, unfortunately, my men clients are probably a little more later. Like, can y'all send me your stuff? Can we not wait till the last minute? Why do y'all gotta take me through all of this? Or why I tell them every year, can we not wait till the extension
We don't have to pay
deadline?
9 times out of 10. We single. We ain't got no kids. Y'all got kids. Y'all got something to claim.
So you trying to wait?
You got the house from the husband and all that kind of stuff. We don't get that kind of
You took
stuff.
the house from the
You know what I'm
husband.
saying? When women get divorced, they get the house. We get the condos. We get the, you know.
Are you really over there?
We don't have nothing to write off.
These men in here tripping.
That's not always the case.
If we got the house, it's because we earned it.
9 times out of 10, that is the case.
Okay.
All right, now what you got for us?
That's ridiculous. Okay, so I want to switch. So we have talked about kids living on your couch. So
Let me just make sure that I have
it's probably over 10 years ago now. I had a coworker who was Middle Eastern and said to me, you know, why is it that black people, y'all kick y'all kids out the house as soon as they turn 18, instead of equipping them financially before you kick them out? So I wanted to ask Ms. Laura, who's also a financial strategist, for your daughter, do you tell her, you know what, I know you want to leave out the house, you want to go independent, but your nest egg needs to be a certain amount. There's certain things mommy needs to see. Your credit score needs to be a certain amount before I let you fly away.
And now you kind of, because that's if you know me and y'all follow me at all, then you know Sid the Kid, like I play no games now. Thankfully I have one child, but I play no games about Sid the Kid. I'm gonna make sure that she wins because I take that seriously. When I decide to have a child, I take that seriously. So now if you look at Sid the Kid, she's gonna be great because I feel like that's her responsibility. Just like for her Christmas gift we did last year when she turned 18, instead of getting her a large Christmas gift, I added her to my credit card, made her an authorized user on my credit card to build up her credit score, right? So if I have an 827 credit score, look, I'm not single though. No, I am single, but I'm playing. Look, so now everybody gonna be calling me because of my damn 827 credit score.
You got a what?
Oh, you did say you wanted what? What was your checklist you gave me?
Right. But if you have a good, right? So we use that good credit score and make our children an authorized user on there. So I think the last time we checked her score, so right now she's probably at a 710. But because she has $12,000 in student loans in her name, so this year we'll make sure that I'm gonna make sure that I pay the student loans off that's in her name. So in let's say we started her first business. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So 12,000 is in her name, and then the other portion, I think I have 75 in my
You
name.
trained your daughter well.
And
I
then,
give my daughter a credit card, boy. Woo!
oh no, she knows, but we only put like
It's
minimal
that
things
conversation.
on it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when she wanted to go to McNamara Private High School, I told her, well, then you have to contribute to that. Like, you can't just have me. So we started her first bracelet business. She profited like $5,000 like over the course of that business. Of course, I told her we used the money to pay for school, but we did not. I put that $5,000 in an account. It's still sitting there right now. So when she graduates from college and she needs to purchase her first home or start another business, that money's always sitting there for her.
Are you looking to adopt a son? Somebody wants to be adopted.
No, I'm not taking no more babies.
Matter
Look,
of fact,
if y'all don't send the kid is more
Hey,
than you
look,
got.
let me ask you this then. Can you put me on a credit card and I don't use it, you just use it and let my score
So
go
just
up?
don't even give it to him straight.
just
No,
don't-
somebody is telling me that like
don't-
you sell line
Don't
items
give
or
me the
whatever.
credit card. Does that
No.
work? Does it work that way for adults too?
I don't know if it does, but I would think, yeah, you can make them an authorized user on your account, and that helps build their credit because they build off of your credit.
So I've
Alright.
met so many people, especially last year, who said it was either a niece, a cousin, a child, but their oldest credit card is what they put them as an authorized user on. So
And
when
that's
they
why I
turn
did for
18,
Sin.
19,
Yeah, that's why I
you
did
gotta
for
be
Sin.
responsible.
So as soon as she was on there, I think it took her score. Like her score right now is like a 710. And she's 18. She's 19, and she doesn't have a credit history.
Meanwhile.
But I'm gonna make sure. So like I said, now her and I have had the conversation because I work 10 jobs to take care of her. Then once you're finished with school, then it's time for you
You
to.
said
You
you
gotta
got how
make-
many jobs?
This might look more like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's probably more like 6,
No,
realistically.
She said 10.
I'm talking about real job, W-2, tax getting paid on it like that. That's
She's a
No, I have one W-2 job. So
Okay.
like,
Then
okay.
5 other streams of income. You
Yeah,
gotta watch your
so-
finances
Tell me.
to the plan. Listen.
So what do we have? We have my corporate job. We
Okay.
have Salon Couture.
Okay,
We have the tax business.
okay.
I have my stock account that makes money while I'm sleeping.
Ah, that's what I want to talk about. What you know about that?
But that's like your 401k. Like like my 401k for the one quarter, the beginning of the quarter last year made $23,000. That just
Do you
by-
change? Like, do you
No,
really look at
I don't
it?
know. You do not touch that money. If you are investing money, now Justin was on my live. Who he does? He knows about that money where like you take it in and take it out. Like drop in for a day, pull it out that day. Now I don't know nothing about that. You gotta talk to a person like Justin that's like an investor or a financial advisor. Now I just know you put your money in there and leave it long term. Like you can't watch it, you can't look at it. But now when you get a statement that says that the account or your 401k made $23,000 in a quarter, then yeah, I just pay attention to that to show people like this is why I tell y'all to invest in that. So when they're talking about I want to make money while I sleep money, then that's that money, right? And then I have rental. Like I have a 2-bedroom apartment and a 1-bedroom apartment. That's that make money while you sleep money. So I only have so many hours in a day that I can physically work. Right, that you can. So then we got to figure out other streams of income that are making money while you're sleep money, which is why, like I said, we've been working on where's Ronnie? I've been working on my daggone 5-week masterclass. So it will be a class that once I launch it, hopefully in the next week or two, as soon as I figure out the technology to get it up there, then that would be, a class that people could purchase all the time. And then I just interact with a small group of people on a weekly basis, but for a minimal amount of time. But that asset will be out there digitally, electronically for forever. Right? Like I think, like Mitch Credo was on here. Weren't you in Boss 1 or Boss 2?
You gonna do me like that?
I'm sorry. What?
You gonna do me like that?
I didn't mean it.
Was you in Boss 1 or Boss 2?
I mean, I was in Boss 2.
Who do you think they was looking for the drugs for? Why was they looking for the drugs? Who was driving the Hummer?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So, but
Who's on
Sorry,
the cover
Tim.
of the rapper that the disc come in?
I was just worried about Salon Couture and myself being in Boss 2 with my acting debut. However, but that's what I mean. But so look at Mitch, right? So with that, because he has written books and produced these movies and they on Amazon, then it's gonna be on there. Then it's gonna be on there there for forever, right? So he's going to make money forever off of that one asset that he created.
They're talking about a movie for y'all that don't know.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. So, yes, y'all
Yes,
better
for
look
y'all
that
that
up.
don't know.
Actors and actresses in the building.
Boss One. I played
Sid.
Nico in
Hey,
Boss
Malik.
One. Check it out. It's on Amazon. Shout out to Mitch Cradle. He the one started my acting career, comedy, all that good stuff.
Did I spell it right?
Nikko.
Why you got two K's? That's stupid.
Ask Mitch
Hey,
why he
Samuel.
spelled it that way.
That's
I'm not
what-
responsible for that. Yeah. So okay.
But that was
Moving right along.
but that's a
So look.
perfect example of another stream of income,
So-
which is why we all have to still be creating like digital products, online products, because that would just be out there for forever.
How often do you have to file taxes on your other stocks? Like not the ones that you got for 401k, right? So I got different stocks. I got
Right.
CBD stocks, cannabis, and
Right. So the only time
Oil,
you're paying,
gold,
so
right.
that money is out there for forever. So if you now like sometimes you have those accounts where you make dividends off of your stock and you get it. A lot of times, like my dividends just go reinvest it and then I'm
Right.
not paying taxes. So it's only when you're getting that money and they'll send you information of when you have to claim it. You know, they'll normally give you the 1099 that says you got to give this to your tax preparer.
Right.
So most of the time, only time you're being paid taxes or have to pay taxes on any of that is when it becomes your actual income, like you're actually taking the money out. Like you're giving the dividend money or you're taking the money out. But a lot of times it's always better. That's like long-term money. You just got to leave it in there, don't look at it, and let it keep
trust
growing.
me, I'm waiting on all the bubble, baby. I got them all for a penny. And as soon as they bubble, it's gonna be on and popping. What we got next on the list?
All right, so we have Keeping Up with the Joneses, and I see that you made that your title. What can you say to people, especially with social media? Everyone's buying, they trying to floss.
Bling.
And they probably in debt, so all I have to say is fuck the Joneses, okay? To be completely honest with you, fuck them in the house they live in. But I think that's the misconstrued part. Like we always talk about, or I know y'all see the posts like I do. Most of those people are probably in debt. They have large credit card debt, or a lot of times they done stole the shit, or they buy the shit, take a picture of the shit, return the shit, like all that photos. Like that is now
Oh,
and there.
it's fake shit.
Now look, now something, because
I heard
I
they
do.
getting rich.
Now let me be very clear, because y'all see them Chanel brooches I wear. That shit is fake as shit, but they make my outfit look really cute, so I'm still wearing that shit. I don't care what y'all say. I am wearing the brooch
I
because
think
it's
all
cute.
women wear those though.
Yeah, because and they're all fake. But
all
we
them
got
joints
from the
that the
jewelry
women got
store,
on be fake.
and I'm still wearing it because it make my outfit look cute. So I don't
Chanel
give a
tell y'all they
shit.
fake when they sell them to you.
Yeah, they did that big bust. What was it, BWI? And they had a whole bunch of bags and jewelry that was fake.
See, now I'm not too much. Now maybe back in the day I had fake bags. Now I'm really not into fake bags. Like I'll go to Rainbow and buy a $20 clutch and make the shit look cute.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
I'm
say,
not really worried about.
I'm not into
But now, but I do think like sometimes, or what do we say, or Jay-Z always posts about if you can buy it twice, then go ahead and buy it. Because there are, now we do live in the DMV and people work for the government. We have businesses that are booming. So a lot of people can afford to do it. And so there may be people on your social media page that can afford to do it. They do it well. They look good. And right. However, but like I said, and even if I could afford it, that was just never one of my things.
That's just not my vice. Like bags and shoes, that's just not my thing. I'll spend like $200 on a lobster roll though.
Right. See, right. Now, food is my thing. Now, yes, I spend way too much. But like you said, but that's why we talk about budgeting and a
Like,
plan.
I'll pay for the experience of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
right.
mind that. I can see myself spending money on food. I'm a kind of basic guy myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right,
not
so
into
like
all the
food.
shoes. I like regular old New Balance, excuse me. You know, I rock a pair of Jordans
Stop
once in
buying
a while.
it. They support Trump.
No, we don't.
Yes, they do.
Oh, good.
Jesus Christ.
Get you some Reeboks.
Ain't nobody wearing that garbage. Some Reebok.
Get you some Asics.
No.
Throw it out.
No. What's next?
So
Oh, on here we only got
What we got?
a minute left.
So
Y'all
you
gonna have
talked
to come
about
over. I have
Sid
to
the
start
Kid.
Yes.
When did you start talking to her about saving and just financial freedom and being responsible?
All
with
her
money?
damn life, because I was a single mother, so she knew the struggle of that. She probably started learning about it when she was probably 6th, 7th grade, because when we started talking about that, she wanted to go to that private school where her friends were going, and the tuition was $15,000 a year. Like, well, girl, you better get over here and start making these. And she sold Simply Sid's Beads for Brains chains. If y'all remember at Salon Couture, we sold 10 million bracelets. Love our Salon
No,
Couture.
not for her to go to school.
What? But now I told her it was to go to school. However, I saved the money, and like I said, now I still have it in her account. So when she graduates, but I wanted her to be invested. That's the thing. Sometimes, even as children, even like when I got Sid a car. Now, could I have went and got her a car? No, of course. I mean, I could have done that. The car note was like $200 a month. But was I paying that car note? Hell no. Because they have to learn responsibility. They have to learn that you have to work hard for the things that you want. So she got a car when she was 16, and she had to pay that $200 a month car note. $50 a week, and you better transfer it to the right account. I never had to check the account to make sure the money was in there. Like, that's what you do. Like, that's...
For rental properties, I know she mentioned something about rental properties, right?
That's one of the 5 streams.
One of the 5 streams of income, right? So when you have a rental property, that have to become sort of like a real estate. But I got it. What type of certifications and sort of things do I need to have a rental property? Or can I just go out here tomorrow, buy a house, and say I'm gonna rent it out to Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Well, let me tell y'all, because I done had some goddamn situations with the rental property. So let me tell you, because what that chick tried to do to me when I went to court that day.
Whoa.
Okay, Maria.
Whoa.
But no, so
we don't want to know that. We just want to know what
right,
paperwork
so no,
I
you
need.
do have to have licenses to like be, supposed landlord. Or I just know about
There's
that.
a class to be a landlord?
No, a license. Of course, it's just I'm assuming another way for them to get money or charge you a fee.
Pay your
So
taxes.
that when you're able to go, if you do ever have to go to court to put someone out or get them evicted or collect rent, then you have to be able to show that you have this license to be a landlord.
Oh, I can't just throw them out.
No.
I mean, I can't just come through there, take all their stuff, and
No.
sit it on the
I was
curb
about,
like
I was
they do
about to
at the
try.
apartments.
I was damn sure
I mean,
about to
Even
try.
at the apartments, there's a sheriff there.
Oh.
They went through the court.
I mean, the sheriff will come if I make enough noise and the neighbors start saying that he's throwing
Or maybe you gotta physically get in an altercation, because I do know, like, if there is like a breach of contract or there's violence, then you could get them out right away and call the police.
Hey.
So maybe you just gotta instigate and let them whoop your
gotta
ass
know
and then
about
call the
your
police.
Whoa. Time out. You said let them whoop my ass.
Let them whoop them.
No,
yes.
that ain't
You gotta
that.
get a couple black eyes for this.
No, so
I got a
to
good
do
makeup artist. I can paint it on and make it. I can act it
You
out.
gotta have it on video.
right. So to
They
so
don't
to
video
do it
that.
right, yes, you have to have a license
You
to
gotta
be a
have a
landlord. You gotta have a license to be a landlord. The property has to be up to par.
Dang.
And now I manage it myself, but but I do have some tax clients who they pay a property manager, and they pay them like 10% to like handle. Because now I will say, yeah, mine's always something going on with a plumber or a toilet or something, something like that.
machine,
Yeah.
stuff,
So then if you have a property manager, they just call them. They help take care of it. They collect the rent. They do all that for you. But on your taxes, you can write off all of the expenses for a rental. So you claim the income, but then you can write off the expenses and your depreciation, so it kind of balances
That's
each
too
other
much
out.
work for Ty. He don't want to do that. He just want to collect that money.
Oh, don't worry. If I get any of it, I'm gonna be sitting at the top, and I'll have somebody doing the stuff she say. The plumber
Yeah.
will be by with it. I got a plumber on call, Russ. They gonna be calling you.
You call him your cousin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a boy. Look, I got a buddy that does everything. I got an electrician. I got
But
a
now
plumber.
you do have to have that. Now, if you're in a business, if you have a brick and mortar business or a rental property, just
got
like
to
we
have
have
that.
at Salon Couture, you gotta have on speed dial, like the plumber, the electrician. And my guys know they'll go there, fix anything. They know I'll cash app them, and that I'm good for it. So
Yeah,
you
that's-
do have to have,
yeah.
you do have to have
See,
those people.
that's business.
So I've never
owner.
even heard of this. So we got 2 questions in my comments. So what is your opinion of the 457 plan? What is that?
I have no clue about that. Maybe you gotta Google it.
Hey, that's the gun, the 457.
I don't know what
Shut
that
Yeah, that's
up.
the new joint that's coming out in 2022.
Is it?
Made by Colt 45.
is. And in your opinion, are savings bonds worth it?
Oh,
I don't have a savings
You know
bond.
what?
I can't answer that.
I had some bonds, and they
But it seemed like they never grew. Like,
They-
I think
they
I got a
don't grow.
bond from when I was born.
Yeah,
And like
but
my
see, you got
grandmother
40.
gave it,
Yeah.
like 1976 I was born, and the bond maybe accrued. I think she got me a $25 bond. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
now
don't-
worth.
they don't accrue
And you can
that.
look it up online to see how much your bond is worth. And really, I found
What if
this
you-
bond, and it's like worth $75 now.
What
It
if
was
you
like
lost that
$5.
certificate?
Yeah, like, huh?
If you lost the certificate, Does the bank still have it? Like, can you go and say, I know 8 years ago?
No,
I'm not
child
sure.
had
Somehow I
born.
still have that damn
I
certificate
think
from
you gotta have,
1976.
I
so I'm
believe
not
you
sure.
gotta have that in order to
Yeah.
do it, because you gotta have some sort of
To
track
turn it
record
in.
to say.
Like when they
what
sell
you
your
walk-
house,
what
you gotta
walking
give the
in-
title or the
What
card.
you walking in there with though? I mean,
But just like the title to your car, you can get a duplicate. So it gotta be somehow you can get
you
it
gotta
right. When you
remember-
sell a car,
you
you
gotta
gotta have the title
trust
to
but
the
if you go
car.
up there with to get a duplicate for your car, you gotta at least show them
Yeah, I
your
did.
proof of sales.
No, they should be able to look up your bond based on your.
It is a
name.
website though, so Google it. And that's the other thing. A lot of times you
Let's
have
see.
questions, just Google that shit. Like if Google
Google's my
it,
best friend.
if Google and YouTube are not your best friend,
else we
especially
got?
if you got
What's
small
wrong with you?
business, then y'all is missing it.
All right, so I know you look at everybody's taxes and you see different receipts. So let's go to last year. What were some of like the worst spending habits or purchases people were trying to?
Most of the times when they're trying to like include bottles or like
Bottles
alcohol.
like a Henny?
Or yeah, because they're saying like I took my client to the club
And we
for a
popped 5
business
bottles.
meeting. Right, so it can't necessarily, they're not going to let, it has to be reasonable, it has to be legit and like needed
Yeah, as a
for the
promoter.
business. So maybe we did do dinner, but they don't want alcohol receipts, right? So we can't have alcohol on the receipts. But what everybody tries to tell me, but no, I don't have the receipts, it's on my bank statement. If you're audited by the IRS, they don't care about the bank statement. They want the actual receipt, which is why you got to go on my Instagram page, click the link in the bio, and get the app that I tell you to use to track your income and your expenses, because you can take a picture and keep the receipt there for forever and ever. And ever. No, it's a QuickBooks app, but they got to use my link because that's another stream of
When she's
income.
sleeping.
Shit, yeah.
Design
So
your-
click my link, and and I'm gonna help you set it up if I know you use my link.
I was gonna say design your own.
I don't have that much time.
We talk
But
about it off camera.
but I can.
Nah, yes you do. We talk about it off camera though.
Okay.
Because I did look at a class the other day about making your own app. Because then people advertise on your app, right? And look, Ty's going to show me his app.
Yeah, sure.
How he get paid while you sleep.
How I get paid while
Oh,
I sleep.
and I got his passcode now, y'all. Shit, I done
gonna
figured out his pass.
Try and get the phone though.
No, we're not touching no phone. Somebody posted that comment. Was that in one of the groups or something? Somebody posted that question yesterday. Are you allowed to look at the phone or not look at the phone? Look, we done all did that shit one time
Anybody
before.
comment?
And you don't want to look at what's in the
That's
phone,
a
so don't look at the goddamn phone.
So look, I need to figure out how to do the taxes for that sort of stuff. So this is like Uber.
Okay.
Those I can add more stuff, and so like you see the
Right.
you see the different categories. So I'm becoming a broker, so to say.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
a-
I know guys who do the brokers for the.
It's broker taxes, like when I do certain things, like do I have to worry about state to state taxes as well? with
Because
what I-
it's
with
where
what I'm
you
doing right
are.
here?
Because you're gonna pay taxes based on where you are. But with
It's your
something like
city,
that,
it's your
and the
town.
biggest thing for all of my small business clients who say, well, I haven't made that much money, I don't have to claim the money, or I collect the money on Cash App. Y'all.
What did you say last week?
Oh,
Yo.
what's up with Cash App? Should we be
We
using that
know.
or not?
But wait a second, y'all know we
Electronic
did.
is traceable.
Like, why you think they developed those apps? Just for your goddamn convenience? Like, oh, I just want y'all to be able to get some money a little easier.
No.
Hell no. They want to be able to track all of the money and all that you're doing. And there is no dollar limit. Like, the minute that you earn $1 outside of that W-2 job, you are supposed to report it. Like, we live in these United States of America.
Who is Cash App owned by though? Is it owned by somebody?
Is it Square?
Yeah.
Square?
It's Square. That's
So-
Apple product. Apple also has its own credit card in it. They own,
Right, but
their
all-
own account type of
all
stuff.
of that
Either
is
way,
so
the
that
IRS
they can.
is seeing. They can see anything.
We know
that's-
they can see. They like the CIA.
Right. So if you're not saying Shanice just transferred you this $800,
You did?
I did. But just let's say I did.
Hey,
And you
hey,
don't
bro. I
claim
appreciate
that.
that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said, shit. Yes, thank
And you
Carly,
don't
that
claim
one.
that money. Like if they keep saying, wait, somebody didn't keep sending him
I
$800.
said you lost it.
What? You lost it, so you gave it back to me in cash? Because we didn't see you give it back to
I'm
us.
gonna say you lost it, you sent it to the wrong person, and then I don't know where it came from, and I don't know where it went.
Oh, it went to your bank account. We see that right here.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
I just charged.
I'm just
some
saying,
stuff.
when you for these small businesses that you're saying that it's cash business, nobody
Sure,
sees the
yeah,
money.
money back.
I'm not reporting the money. You have to report all the money, but then you can report all the expenses.
So are they reporting our transactions to the IRS for tax
We
time?
don't know.
So-
we don't know, but I'm
they
just
can't.
saying.
But they can't though, right? Isn't a law? Is it a law where I guess we have to be subpoenaed or whatever and get it or something like that, right?
No.
But a
It's
lot
going
of
to your
things.
bank
Because
account.
because
Anyway.
because
No, it
some
doesn't
people
actually.
get 1099s from Cash App because they've reported the income to the IRS.
Right. So what I'm
Your
asking.
cash out don't really get back account?
So no, it don't have to. The
It
money
does
can
have to.
stay.
Where the money
The
at?
money can stay directly in Cash App. I never have to pull it out.
Oh,
Soon
as a little cash
what-
app card thing.
I have a credit card with Cash App. When you send me the money, I can make purchases with that card. I never have to pull that money out or transfer it to a bank account. So
Okay.
if I own this app as a single proprietary, like I own my app right here, I'm making it so that basically you have a credit card, you have everything you need. Whatever you do within the world is on you until somebody subpoenas me saying that I have
Okay,
to give you
but-
relinquish
but-
your
the
information.
person who sent
But
you the
you
money
guys,
was
you
the
guys have to
user.
remember there are different laws for the internet than there is for everything else
Okay,
in the world.
but let's look at it from the other standpoint, okay? Because you are thinking no offense. So there are people who are gonna have like the broke mindset, and there's gonna be the people who have the wealthy mindset. Like you're saying, I have an app and I run all this through my phone, right? So eventually, we've seen all of these other apps be able to show their income, show what they're doing. So eventually somebody comes along and says, I want to buy your shit for millions of dollars. But if you want to keep hiding your money, how is anybody going to fucking buy your
But
business?
remember, I'm not hiding my money.
You're just not reporting.
No. At
So
the
then
end, at the
people
end of
don't
at the end.
'Cause it's
hold on,
like
listen, guys,
overseas money.
Listen. This is what I'm saying, right? Here we are. This is an app. The app is on my phone. I'm not really putting anything into a U.S. bank account because it's quote unquote across the internet as money that is in the web stratosphere.
So it's
to
not
say.
real money. It's like crypto money?
No, listen. It's actually real money, but it's only residing within
But
my.
how you going to spend it? You never going to
listen,
spend it?
You have an account. Okay, so I'm Cash App right now,
You
right?
sure you want to say this? We laugh.
I'm trying to.
He's telling all his
I'm
guys.
trying to explain this to y'all real quick, right?
We want to know because I want to know how
I'm
to
Cash
hide their
App.
money.
I am a independent developer of Cash App. It's just a application, whereas it is your money that you put on there, just like with PayPal. When I put money on this account, it just basically says I transferred money and now it's sitting on your server. It's
Right.
not. It's not a
So I
bank.
already paid
it's,
taxes
it's,
on
it's
it.
not a bank account. It's no such thing like that on what I'm doing, right? So I'm charging you a fee basically to send money from A to B. I'm not worried about what you send. I'm worried about. I'm charging you a fee based on how you use my services. I'm not worried about how much money you got in your account or how much money you got in yours. You can have $100,000 in your Cash App account over here. You can have $100,000 over here. I don't care anything about it. At the end of the day, the only way the IRS is really can see that is once you transfer that money to your bank account,
No.
which
So-
is then which is connected to the IRS. The things that reside on my servers is my equipment, like it's on my computer. I'm not reporting that to the IRS. They don't even know about your transactions because it's all done in the cyber universe.
All right, so
It doesn't
let's-
get back into
I don't
the
know what
IRS
universe
until.
Let me play devil's advocate. Let's say
What's
I'm
the worst
Cash
thing?
Apping you money for child care,
Okay.
but you're letting it sit in Cash App or PayPal.
Okay.
You don't claim it, you don't move it.
Okay.
But at the end of the year, I say I sent Ty $8,000 this year.
Right.
You don't claim it. The IRS is going to say these people say they sent you this money, but you're not claiming it. That's how you get audited.
The IRS don't mess with your child support for one unless you're behind. I know
Not
that.
child
and I
support.
know-
This is
No,
child
this
care.
is
Child-
daycare. So they
daycare.
have to
No,
give me the
okay,
daycare providers
look,
information.
so but that you put the IRS in your business when you use
Yeah.
Cash App.
'Cause I wanna
So
get
so
my
listen
money
though,
back.
but at the same time, you have to show them that now because that was your means of paying it. That's the only reason why that stuff is being relinquished. If I own Cash App, I don't care how much money y'all got in your account. As long as you're using my stuff to keep making your transactions, it don't matter to me. It matters not because it was never my money in the first place. It was just yours. And I'm just charging you a fee. I'm providing you with a card. I'm giving you everything that you got like a bank. But at the same time, you're not using the bank. You're using the cyber universe on a server somewhere that makes it that because you put the money up there and transferred it, it's sitting in your account.
I'm lost. I don't even know what he's
I
saying.
don't know. As soon as you hit send with anything, Big Brother sees it. That's all I know.
I don't even know.
So even though it's not attached to a bank, I feel like they see it.
So see, of course
So
they can't
are you
see.
hiding money? Are you hiding money?
I don't know. We got
confused
people
right now.
saying that he's telling the truth. Y'all know some
I'm not hiding nothing. I'm just telling you that. Okay, cryptocurrency, right? If I
If
go out,
that shit phased out?
no, it's still around. If I go out here right now and take $25 and go buy $25 worth of Bitcoin, right? The money is not in a bank account. It's in a cryptocurrency,
Right.
which is
So
on
you
the
haven't
World
necessarily,
Wide
right.
Web.
So you haven't
So that
necessarily got the
so
money
that
to pay
particular
income
coin-
taxes on it.
Exactly. So that
see
particular
what you're
coin
saying.
right there,
The money
depending
that's
on
out
what
there.
they made
Well, I
that
want my
currency
goddamn money.
be worth, can be like, say it's worth everything $4 to the four cryptos to the dollar. So I put $1 up, I got 4 cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah.
5 of them, I got 20. I can take that cryptocurrency and nowadays, and they're allowing you to buy stuff using cryptocurrency. It's a transfer, but your money is never in a bank. Your money does not reach a bank until you pull it off the World Wide Web and make it hit a Navy Federal, a Bank of America, a Chevy Chase, or United Bank, or something like that. And then when it comes through that line right there, that's
Then
when
it's
the
your
IRS
money.
is involved because the IRS is completely 100% tied to every bank worldwide.
That's the ones that are FDIC.
So he just went all the way around the world and just say, leave your money out there somewhere. Like,
Leave it in
don't
the
touch your
cloud.
money, don't spend your money, just leave this shit out there.
If it's in the cloud,
I need my goddamn
I'm serious.
money.
How do you use it?
If it's on Cash App, I can use it.
I need my
I can
goddamn
load
money.
up my Cash App card and go use it right now.
By just
Walk-
scanning the card.
Yeah, you had to, yeah. You
Everybody
had
in
to
America got a black card because of Cash App.
those cards are cute.
You could be broke, but you got a black card with this Cash App on that joint.
But, so no, I get your point, that it's just out there in the universe.
Yeah.
But at some point, I'm just saying, for some small businesses, because I know most clients are, okay, how do I write it all off? How do I not show it? But at some point, we want to show our money. We want to show how profitable our businesses are or our apps are, so then you can turn around and sell it. Like, you have to be able to show people that there's potential in your business. And that's why, like they say, whenever you get in a business, you always want to have, what is your exit strategy? Like, as soon as you're starting a business, we need to know, is this a 5-year
sell
plan,
it
a
later?
10-year plan? What's your exit strategy? And the only way you're going to have an exit strategy is because they're going to say, I need to see your financials and your tax returns. So I need to see, what is your business doing? So I
If you
get a
always
lot
saying
of
it's a loss, they're gonna be like, I don't want it.
right.
right.
So sometimes we need to show the money. That's the only point I was making. But I agree with
I
what you're
understand
saying.
showing the money. How much?
So there's a such thing called child support tax.
Oh my! Is it? Can I write? What can the man do? Or is it only for the woman?
Yeah, she said talk about the child support tax.
Child support. Well, tell me.
The
'cause-
custodial parents pay taxes on their child support payments. The state takes it out of the payments before they send it to you. Yes, I do know that.
I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
that.
so if
Because they take out child support money and give it to y'all.
Yeah, I think they wait until a certain amount. So if the court awarded you like $500, you won't necessarily get $500. You'll get like $482 because the state is taking a piece of that.
That's why you should just get it straight from the dude.
How has that worked? How has that worked?
But now, okay, now we can, right. Yeah, because sometimes.
Hold on, say that again for the people who ain't here.
I need some encouragement.
Boom.
You call that encouragement?
Or sometimes we just have to
I
say,
don't know. My baby father doesn't. I'm just saying. I know certain cases.
well, back in the day, I did have that situation. I just said,
Jumped the minutes number.
yeah, no, it wasn't like that, but I
I
cannot.
know women don't child support.
Yeah, because
Wake
you
up,
cannot
brother, I
raise.
need you.
Yeah, you cannot raise babies off of off of your best intentions. So now, if we have an agreement and it's to give me $50 a week, and you give me $50 a week, then we cool. But after after we go several months and I can't get that $50
And I see
a
your
week.
Jordans, you going on vacations, and you balling out of control, and you still ain't give me this little $50.
How we get on child
Oh my
support?
God.
I'm knocking on your door.
This is violence right here, y'all. This is
No, with the
violence.
You've been served.
Why y'all
Get
so
there,
mean?
y'all.
You've been served. Because clearly you care about
Oh, you
giving
want-
money
now
to
you
Michael
want-
Jordan
you've
more than
been
you care about your
served.
child.
You just got served.
Nobody.
See, I don't like-
because, but women don't want to be in the court system either. Like, we don't want to have to go through all that either.
Whatever.
Just
No.
have an agreement, pay it, and then we be done.
See,
Yeah.
I be wondering.
How
I
we
be
get on
wondering.
child support?
You know what I have always, what I have always wondered, and this is probably gonna ruffle y'all feathers, right?
Uh-oh. You've been doing that all night. Go ahead.
Do women look at their financial situation and say, if this nigga ain't gonna be around, I can take care of this baby by myself without him?
Yes. I do know women
Do
who
women actually sit down and be like, hey, look, I know I just had a baby, I'm about to have a baby, I'm pregnant, I just found out. If this dude act like an asshole, can I take care of this little baby by myself and not have to go to no court system because I don't want to put my name in the court system and she don't want to either? Do they, I mean, like, I'm a
Well,
man.
I know.
I don't even
I'm a
know
man.
how we got
So
on
I
that
know-
topic.
So I know
but
as a,
it's
so I
messing
know
your
it, 'cause we-
financial plan having a baby. So I
Because-
would
say
hope.
I
financial
personally-
plans, right?
Yeah, I would hope. I
When
mean,
you-
I thought
when you
about it
got
like when
pregnant- When you
yeah.
got pregnant, you were financially mind
No,
driven.
but when I got pregnant with my baby, I was
Nah.
in love.
Right. And he was like,
I loved him.
Y'all don't.
But no, when
okay.
I purchased,
Hey,
when
so-
I got
hey,
my
look.
first house, I did think, okay, this motherfucker probably gonna leave, so let me make sure I can afford
So-
all this shit on my
so-
own. So I
so-
did do that,
So
but
when
not
you
with
in
the
love,
baby.
financial planning goes out the window.
Yeah, when you in love, we just in love.
I'll say this. When-
No, seriously, that's what y'all just said.
No, when Brandon and I first moved to our first house,
Uh-uh.
when we were looking, we said, one of us needs to be able to afford it if one of us leaves. So we didn't go
That's being
into
realistic.
any place
Yeah, that's realistic.
that one of us by ourselves, and at the time we had one child. So that means you need to be able to pay the daycare, this car payment, and this apartment.
By
If
yourself.
we can't do it, then this apartment ain't for us. And that's how we've always operated.
That's a good financial.
But that's right why
Okay,
y'all
shit
y'all
happens.
still together now.
Yes.
Damn, I should maybe thought about that when look, I had 2 marriages. I ain't think about that. Now next, the third marriage,
The third one, you gonna put
I'm
that
gonna
in
think
there.
differently. The third marriage,
Did you
I'm gonna
write
think
that down?
differently.
So the reason we thought about that was because Naya was priority. So if anything happened to either one of us, whether we got struck by lightning, hit by a car, we left, we needed to make sure Naya was good. So that's how we've always.
No,
done
you're
it.
right. That's
I
a
can-
good.
I understand
And
that.
that's
That's
probably why
great.
y'all
You know
y'all
what?
have good conversation. That's probably why y'all still
Yeah.
together. I was like, I'm in love. You getting married next week? Let's go. Shit.
Damn.
Oh, goodness,
Love
yeah.
at first sight, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nobody wants to force this. Like no, like I know like 3 friends right now who waited and waited, had the papers and was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to file. I don't want to put him on child support. And I'm just like, your child is missing out. This dude is doing nothing, and your
Man.
child is missing out. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Yep.
So sometimes,
That's a whole nother conversation.
yeah,
though.
sometimes
Yeah.
child
How we get
support
on that?
is
We talk
necessary.
about taxes and finances.
Because there's a child support tax.
Oh, I got a
that
question.
you,
I got another question about taxes. The
Shut up,
statutory limit to file. Say I missed about good 10 years.
They want you to go back 10 years,
I gotta go back 10.
or a lot of times it's on file for 10 years, so they can go back 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're getting a refund, because a lot of times people be thinking that they owe and really they're going to get a refund.
I don't
You can
get- I
only
don't
go
get
back
those.
3 years for refunds.
I'm a
Only
single
3
black
years.
man.
But I still tell people to call them. Like, if you're really ready to get your shit together, I still say call, because I had a client tell me the other day I got to do 5 years. But when she called them, they said, no, you just got to file 13, 17, and 18. Like, it wasn't all the years because of how much she had made in those years. So always just call them when you're ready to get your house in order. But we can go back however far you need to go back.
So your recommendation is to first call the IRS or call all these optimum tax and all these other people that be spending all
Optimum
this
tax
money
relief.
on.
Well, now those companies, a lot
scared of them people.
of those are resolution specialists. Like once you owe the IRS more than $10,000 or more, then you can work with these companies that will help you do like an offer and compromise. I don't do that. I normally refer them to someone in my office that's an enrolled agent that can represent you with the IRS. I don't do that part, but they still want you to be current with all of your taxes to see what is your total tax liability, and then they'll begin to work with you. And know, like, you can show your financial status to say, like, there's no way I ever be able to pay you this money back. But they want you to be current with your taxes, so you would have to be filed up through 2018.
How does filing bankrupt get you out of owing taxes?
It does not.
doesn't.
Sometimes there are certain circumstances though that I've had some clients, if it's so old, they will allow that to go in. But you have to be careful now, because like bankruptcy used to be where you could just get rid of debt. Now a lot of times they have you do a reorganization of debt and talk about getting the courts involved. Now you got to pay the court a monthly, whatever they set up the payment to be. Whereas
That's
if
for
you
like
got
13
yourself together, right? If you got yourself together and did a budget and got all your bills together and worked on paying the lowest bill off, then pay the next one off, the next bill, then you're sending what you can. But once you get into bankruptcy and they're in it, then they're going to say, oh, no, we need 500 a month, 900 a month, whatever. So that is like getting the court in your business. So be careful with the bankruptcy, right,
I
y'all?
found this out. There is income levels to bankruptcy. If you make a certain amount of money, you can't file. You can't file Chapter 7.
How many
Right.
different chapters is it?
7 and 13.
What is it, 11?
11 is for like businesses, I think.
Oh, I don't need that one.
Yeah, 7 and
Seven is-
13 is only ones I
Seven
7 is personal?
Yeah, 7. One of them
Seven
is
is
wipe
wipe
it out and it's just gone. And then the
No,
other one is
nothing.
like a reorganization, and they try to work with your creditors to get it settled, and then they put you on a plan like, okay, you guys give
Hey,
us
Serena.
500 a month or something like that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Now, what do we got? We have 23 minutes left. Okay,
Oh,
so for
look,
the people.
poor Sharice, I told Sharice we had some.
Where's she going?
Sorry, Reese.
Sorry,
What's up, baby?
She's sitting right there.
Oh, I
She
thought
still got her.
I thought she was on the screen right
But
here.
don't forget, while we're on here, we still have to talk about, so for the ladies, sorry fellas, we gonna come up with something for the fellas. I haven't figured that out yet.
Time out. When they, this, y'all is
Sorry,
not,
y'all,
hey, look, this
but-
is grown folk. You ain't gonna be railroading us dudes now.
Because
That's why I'm
showing in
here.
the comments.
I'm here
So-
for the men's.
Put your wig on, then you can come.
Right.
Wig, I don't
Yes,
want no
boss
wigs.
ladies, yes. Oh, she got, look.
I knew
Sky
I
be
knew you
on
from
it.
somewhere.
Sky be on it. Sky got the flyer, everything.
Come on, bring it on up. Let me see
So
it.
don't forget, my ladies in business, our Confessions of a Boss Lady, our brunch is coming up Sunday, January 26th,
Guess who got
11
the
a.m.
ticket?
in Waldorf. Yeah, Shawnee saw me out the other day and bought her ticket.
I was
just
like,
while
look,
we were
girl,
sitting.
hit, boom,
Yes,
done.
Confessions of a Boss Lady. So that's for women in business. Then for everybody else, so this is, look, men and women. Men and women.
It's
You
on,
coming?
they got the men and the women on the back.
Yeah, see, it's a coupon for tax on the back. Yeah, hold
You
it up.
coming?
Yes.
That's this
So
Sunday.
then on this Sunday, also Salon Couture is celebrating our 12-year anniversary with a few good men. Serious
Yes.
Company will be there. Kim and Scooby, Black Passion Band, DJ Big John. You can get tickets online or stop by the salon. Only $25, or you can pay at the door. See you on Sunday.
All right, so tell everybody what your
And
salon
don't
is.
try to say you gotta work on Monday, because most of us is off.
It's a
Oh,
holiday on
That is Martin
Monday.
Luther King birthday. I know a lot of people that ain't off. Now,
I'm off.
where can everybody find Salon Couture? Where is it located?
Salon
ma'am.
Couture is located at 7768 Marlboro Pike, Forestville, Maryland. So we're in the shopping center with the Roses, the Save-A-Lot. What's the other store they just put in there?
Roses.
Reese? Foreman Mills. You know that commercial, Foreman
What
Mills? Me and
Roses?
that's Roses, the
Roses.
store in
So
Forestville
I just
Plaza.
found out about roses like maybe 3 weeks ago. and
What
I
is
was
Roses?
pissed.
They got everything. Roses
So,
got
but I
everything.
was paying like $9.
Roses got every
So
goddamn
Roses is a
thing.
female store.
No,
No.
it's like a Dollar General mixed with a Target.
Yes,
female
yes.
store.
No. Roses got everything.
No, so the reason I said
Like a
Target,
Walmart?
It's a female store.
Maybe a family dollar.
Yeah, Roses. Okay, Roses is like a family dollar.
It's a female store. Ain't no dudes going
Okay,
in
but
there.
if you're not
I
off
went
on
in
Monday, you
there.
can call out sick
I
on
went in
Monday.
there
How about
and
that?
saw the Dove Big Pump that I literally spent $8 and some change for at Target there for $5.
They got a little fake.
Well, and if you get the done from the dude that come to the salon and sell the shit out back, you get it for $4. I'm just
Wait,
saying.
what they Wait, so let people know what's next to Salon Couture.
Oh, and next to Salon Couture, we have Beauty Couture, which is a 9,000 square foot beauty supply store. So everything beauty supply, as well as there's private suites
So that's
in
yours?
the salon. Yes. So we have the beauty supply store too. Cherise, Tracy. Yes. So there are
Really,
private.
Sade?
There's also private suites in the beauty supply. So don't you all have any available?
No.
Yes. So there's 2 suites available. So for small businesses that are looking for somewhere to have your business, like a boutique, maybe a.
Can I sell my hair in your
You got hair too.
We got hair to sell. You can't sell your hair in there.
Why can't I sell my hair? It's
So
my
she's selling
brand.
her hair in here.
We
Put
sell
mine
our
beside
hair in
yours.
there.
No.
Put mine beside the
Yours
couture.
probably got lights.
What? You out showing rabbit, man?
Yes.
That's dirty
So,
around me, girl.
y'all, Tax Tip Tuesday has been interesting today, to say the least.
Good.
Yeah, Tax Tip Tuesday been fun. And then, like I said, we got the anniversary
You gotta
party
talk
on
to these people
Sunday,
up here, though. You talk
and
to
we
the
got
wrong
the Boss Aids meeting the Sunday after
Oh,
that.
I can't wait.
So we're gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be busy?
Yeah, we gonna
You busy too with that damn app and keeping shit in the cloud.
Hey, look. If it's in the clouds, you
You
can't
got
touch it.
women in the cloud. Like, what is on this
Whoa,
app?
whoa,
Yeah, what is
Pause.
here?
Ain't nobody got no women in the cloud. Stop that now. I don't have no women in the cloud, nothing like that. What I do have though is I have an
Thank you,
app,
babe.
and I know how applications work because I've done
Hey,
IT
girl.
for over 20 years.
Oh, okay, that's
You
what's
know what I'm
up.
saying? So I understand.
So he can
how
help
this
me get
stuff
my class up there.
works. Yeah, I can help you do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
my
see, I got
class.
my own app. I got 2 apps.
I wonder, yeah, I need an app because don't you sell advertising? Isn't that how you make money off the apps? You sell advertising on that.
You can
Who
sell-
who
you can
wants
sell-
to buy
Or
an
you
app?
can pay.
An
You can sell,
advertisement
you can
on
sell,
that.
you can sell advertisement. You can advertise with me through my app. If you want to advertise, I can make it so that commercials come up with people for my app and all that kind of stuff. We talk later. But yeah,
Cool.
we appreciate
We love
everybody
it.
for tuning
Yes,
in
thank y'all
tonight.
for tuning
It's
in.
Yes.
8:42. We're going till 9 and we about to crank it on down.
You can crank it on down.
We about to crank it on down and get out of here.
Yeah, so make sure y'all share the videos
Share
and
the
then make
video.
sure they're here every Tuesday,
Every
7 to 9.
Tuesday, yep.
So make sure y'all tune in next Tuesday. And make sure y'all come check out Jody's on Baltimore Avenue. Come
Yeah,
check
make
them
sure
out.
y'all come out, check
Come
out
out here.
Jody's.
Check
Make sure
out
you come on
Jody's.
out. Make sure you come out next Tuesday then. Since y'all, everybody that's on this screen right here.
After they
I'ma
come
challenge-
out Sunday.
Hey, look, you come out next week. You say you came out, and Laura is the reason why you came out.
Tie-bond shots.
You gonna get a shot on Shanice.
Tie-bond shots.
Always,
shots.
always buying shots. But next week, don't worry. If you come out, if you say you saw the show on Laura's page, and you come out and you show some support,
See, they
your
gonna
first
give y'all
round
shots.
is on Shanice.
Yes, who won't be here next week?
Oh, she said. Tag gonna get y'all shots if you come
outside.
out next
Oh
Tuesday.
yeah, hey, best believe you come and show up and say that you found it off her page.
We got you.
We got a shot for you. Best believe that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank y'all for having me.
We were supposed to play a game tonight, but we didn't get to the game part.
It's fine.
We was gonna get to a game. And oh, matter of fact, yeah, let's see what she can do, Miss Financial Expert.
Oh.
What's this? What we
No,
about to
now
do?
they get me in this. Okay, now they got me playing
Oh
the game.
yeah, this will be fun.
Uh-oh.
We know you got more than this. We know you got a bag.
No, I don't have
Alright.
a
She
bag.
got 6
All right,
of them.
we know you got bags, right? Cause
No
you,
bags.
When
We
you
broke.
sleep, you making money, right?
Boss ladies,
So,
what are we? We broke all
all
2020.
right, so
No,
this-
we're not speaking that B
All right.
word on the 2020.
Here we go.
We
we about to
acting
speak
like
the
we
B
broke.
word.
We
Look,
rich.
hey,
No,
look.
Brian, like,
All right, ladies,
Hello.
Brian, like,
bring it
I
back.
love it.
Bring it back. We about to bring this one up right here for the broke ladies in the hood.
Yeah.
You got $50.
Okay.
Take a man on a date.
I gotta take the man on a date.
What
I
you
would
do?
pocket the $50 and
He
cancel that
already
shit.
took you out. He already took you out.
Wait.
You got $50. Break
Did
the
y'all
date.
hear
Look,
her?
you can
Okay, like
cook.
a real
You can
boss.
do whatever you want to do.
You have to
Yeah, you know, I
you
don't
got
like-
$50. Take a man
Nah,
on a
we
date.
not cooking. I don't like people to know where I live at.
Shoot, you can cook at his house.
I love
I am definitely not going to his damn house. I might end up chopped up or in the red room, like
Yeah, or have
50
cameras
Shades
all
of
over the
Grey
place
or some
watching.
shit.
What?
$50. Where we going?
We going to Jody's Good Mood Cafe.
Hey! That's it. That's it. Where y'all want to go? Where do we go to date for $50? No.
Man, Ruby Tuesday, 2 through 20.
Picnic all day. You better go to Wawa, get some sandwiches.
Shoot, you can stop by 7-Eleven and get you two
Hot dogs.
beef
hot
patties,
dogs.
2 beef patties and 2
I
walls.
do like that chili and
Y'all be
cheese
good.
damn hot dogs though, no lie. I do like a chili and cheese hot dog.
Ooh, ice cream date. That is cute.
No, ice cream day is
That
good.
is
I love ice cream.
cute.
Look, girl talking about we going to Chick-fil-A.
Hey,
We could go to
Hey, do
Chick-fil-A.
you get something after ice cream date? That is dessert.
That is the dessert.
No, I want the dessert.
He got us on an ice cream day because he wants some goddamn dessert.
You don't
Licking
get
it.
no spoon.
He want
Just
licking
for that.
shit on
You
it.
get no toppings.
I don't know what you do for $50. Like
It's been that long.
movie.
Come on now.
Come
Go
on.
back to high school. Like,
Take it back. You
you was.
can spend
You
50.
can't spend money at high school.
Oh, see, now your
I
friends
don't
telling
know.
on you.
I'm bad. Look, you talking about cold
You was the one
stuff.
everybody was taking you out back
I'm
in high
bad
school.
at dates. No,
See, I
but
was
y'all
ready
wanna
for
go.
mine.
But I do like the different museums where you can go to the different museums and take the different
Come
pictures.
on.
But they gotta go. But they gotta take my picture though, and I'll
Oh,
take his
wait.
picture if he want me to.
right.
But y'all know I
All right, you
need
failed.
pictures to post on
You failed.
Instagram.
No, she
Quiz
didn't.
Oh, she
over.
said bowling and ice cream. Okay, I like bowling. That would be
Quiz
fun.
over.
Oh,
Bowling
that's
and
fun.
ice cream is more than $50.
No, it's
Maybe we can
No,
go
bowling
in like
is not.
How many
a
games you want bowling?
matinee.
And
Just
all
one,
right,
that's
so you're
enough.
not gonna drink or eat nothing while you there, right?
no.
Already
you're not.
drunk and hey, we just had ice cream.
Can we go
Who
to a
spent the
movie?
money
Like
for
I want to
that?
go to a movie. I never
All right,
get
so
to
y'all.
go
All right,
to a
look, I'm gonna
movie.
break it down for y'all
So
real
what
quick.
you doing for
All right,
$50?
it go $50 date, right? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, Ty.
Wendy's.
He said he going to Wendy's for the $50 day. Oh, she said go to Dairy Queen. Okay.
Listen. Wendy's 4 for 4, right? We both get 2 4 for 4s.
Are you being romantic?
That's $8.
No, we going on the fly here. We going to Wendy's. We gonna get 2 4 for 4. She can get a cheeseburger, a nugget, French fry, and a drink.
Okay.
Or she can get a frosty and swap
Ooh,
something out.
Frosty's only
She
$1.
got that ice cream, 2 4 for 4, right? Then after we go get 2 4 for 4s, you know where we gonna go? We gonna go on down to
Hayes Point.
Not no more. You better
we
not.
going on down
The harbor.
to
We can go to the
Wharf.
harbor. Okay.
The new
Okay, the new wharf is
Alright, the
cute.
new wall.
The
The
new
new wharf
wharf
is cute. Okay, you got it.
Don't
The
say
new
no
wharf
these
is cute.
friends. I want
The
some
new,
friends, man. Don't take me to the wharf.
look. The new wharf, we're gonna get a round trip taxi from the wharf to the National Harbor and back.
How much is that?
Oh, that's cute.
It's probably like $15 a piece.
No, that's not $15.
How much is it?
It's gonna be about $32 a piece.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that.
See,
then.
there you go.
We gonna have to.
But that's a cute idea. We like the
Oh no,
gesture.
we still going out to the wharf. We gonna get on some paddle boats.
There you. I love
We'll
Pepper.
take the water taxi to the chart house. That's romantic.
No, we
I
gotta
love
get
Charlie
back.
too.
So we gonna get on some paddle boats. You know what I'm saying? We gonna paddle around.
Paddle
we go
around.
exercise, and then we done for the day. Take our ass home.
Okay, we like that.
Wow.
You
Okay,
kiss
that was
on the
cute.
cheek or no?
No, you clip her up while she walking up the steps.
Now her whole grill busted.
That's your first
I'm
time.
suing. I'm suing.
Y'all, this is going way left.
That is done.
How did we get
Wait
here?
a minute. So we got Wegmans Hot Food Bar. I love it. A walk in the park. We got movies, ice skating.
Oh man, ain't nobody, ain't no
They
women going for
got a
that.
whole lot.
Wegmans?
Ain't no women going for that on the first date.
These are women saying it.
Oh, I know it's a first
They
date.
lying.
What we spending $50 on the first
Wegmans,
date?
Because it is
Wegmans,
fun.
Wegmans
I
is
don't know
what,
about
a
that.
grocery store?
Yes.
They got a jazz band.
In
Breakfast
Wegmans?
at the jazz band.
Oh, so we going to Wegmans, the hot bar. Look,
Yeah.
Joe T likes
Look,
the
hey,
hot
look,
bar.
I would take her to Whole Foods. We get a burger from the hot grill.
Same difference.
Okay.
Same difference. But Wegmans got the jazz band.
If it's good conversation, then I'm fine with it.
I heard that y'all. I heard women like Starbucks. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? But
Because we be needing outfits.
Yeah, Ty is cheap. But he was saying, what
who
could
said
you
that
do
was cheap?
for?
Wait a minute. Hold
But
on.
what
Wait.
could you do for
Who said-
$50?
Rachel, you're
Like
not
the
going
date
for
gotta
no
be
Netflix and chill.
$50.
Stop it. For the first date, you trying to do something. I'm not coming to your house. You're not Netflix and chill.
Why? Oh wait, that's
No,
all
we're
right. So
not
wait.
on a first
Wait.
date.
No.
man.
Hold up. If I am a man and I am financially trying to be on a budget,
Yeah.
but I still like you, I think
Yeah.
you're attractive. I got a nice house. I got a nice kitchen. I
Yeah.
can cook. Why can't you come on over
Because I'm
for this?
scared.
I am not ending up in the goddamn red
This is
room.
sex
The
So,
fuck?
so tell me. So let me hold on. Wait. So hold on. What y'all? Basically, what y'all telling me that is that your telephone conversations are not screening enough, and you don't trust the dude.
Don't trust you. No.
But you try.
No, the first
But you
date.
try to wait.
No.
But you trust me.
I'm going on live the entire
Look,
day.
but you trust me enough to meet me outside.
Yeah.
I can snatch your ass more outside than I can in the house.
Whatever.
Oh
No,
no, he must say nah.
So
he
y'all
must
ain't, so
don't know.
y'all ain't seen these soundproof vans that they throwing your ass in, right?
I
can
seen
set you up.
I'm gonna meet you out.
Basement.
I'm gonna meet you out, not by your van.
What if we go to the restaurant? What if we go to the restaurant? We both get food poisoning
And I hate you, and I'm talking about you.
and you
But
die,
I'm alive
and I'm still
the
alive.
next day.
Y'all, that's a way left. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Look,
I love
y'all not being financial.
Don't y'all go to Thai house.
Y'all are not.
Make sure y'all click the
Y'all
link
not
in
thinking
my bio
financially
on
though. Y'all only
Instagram
thinking
to
about
get more
yourself.
information. Text tag
No,
us.
y'all
And
only.
You
see
better
y'all
stop
next
trusting these
Tuesday.
women. You better stop bringing them to your house.
Oh no.
Right, you can't take everybody to your
Right.
house.
Take
I don't
everybody
want
to my
nobody in
house.
my damn house.
No.
Nah, we don't want nobody in
I
our
know
damn
some
house.
scandalous bitches you might not want to take to your house. Don't do it.
Oh, no.
Why? You said first date,
But I mean, at the
everybody-
same time, she can come on over and try and get scandalous she wants. She might walk out with a couple holes in her.
You the shower.
Bye,
Yeah,
y'all.
she can
We'll
jump
see y'all next
She can jump
Tuesday.
scandalous if she wants.
I mean, this just
you know,
happened
once you
to
cross,
Chris Brown, right?
once you cross that threshold, which is called the door, I can kill your ass and say you did something to me.
Where the proof at?
What?
The proof is
We
you.
about to end this.
The
y'all.
proof is you
We
laying
trying
on the
to
ground
shoot
dead.
You must look at you. Anybody see that?
The proof is you laying on the
Oh,
ground
I've
dead.
seen the first and I finished
He told me
you.
it was the second season.
Have you seen you?
No, but I know dead people can't
Good night,
talk.
y'all.
Hey, we out of here for the night.
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all.
Say wave bye to everybody.
Bye, y'all.
See
Good
y'all.
night.